So in this video, we are going to learn how to create Google Calendar events for new ClickUp tasks. Now suppose guys you are using ClickUp to manage all the tasks which you have related to your work, and you want that whenever a new task is created in ClickUp, you want to create an event in Google Calendar as well for the same task details and the same duration of time as well. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. So the trigger of this automation will be creating a new task in our ClickUp account. An action will be adding the same task as a new event, creating a new event in Google Calendar with the same task details which we have entered in ClickUp. Now how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as ClickUp to Google Calendar. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is, first we have to connect our ClickUp account with Pabbly Connect so that every time a new task is created in our ClickUp account, automatically the details of that new task will be received inside Pabbly Connect. Now after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send those new task details to Google Calendar so that whenever a new task is created in ClickUp, we can create an event on our Google Calendar account for the same task. So let's see how we can do this. Now here in Trigger window, in Choose App, search for ClickUp first. Just select it. And then in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New Task. Click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our ClickUp account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API token of our ClickUp account. Now here guys, you must be thinking how you can get this API token. Now to get it, you just have to follow the help text given below over here. Just go to your ClickUp account and on the left side, click on this Profiles option and click on Apps over here. After clicking on this Apps page, here you can see the API token of your ClickUp account. Just copy it from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And then just click on Save. And as we click on Save, we will see our ClickUp account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the workspace name, that from which workspace we want to get the new task details. So in the drop down right now, you can see only one workspace because in my ClickUp account right now, I have created only one workspace named as Pabbly Workspace. So here we can see the same workspace over here. Then it is asking us space name in the next field. And in the drop down, you can see 2 different space names. First one is named as space and second one is named as Pabbly Connect. So in my ClickUp account, here you can see that we have 2 spaces. First one is named as space and second one is Pabbly Connect. So we are going to get the new task details from the space named as Pabbly Connect. So we are going to select that space. After selecting the space, in the next field it asks us is the folder name, that from which folder we want to get the new task details. And in this particular space, here you can see that I have created only one folder named as integration. So from the drop down, select your required folder, that is integration I have created, and then it is asking us list name. So in this particular folder, we have 2 lists. First one is list and second one is new integration. And we want to get the new task details from this particular list named as new integration. So from the drop down, select this list as well. Now after clicking on this guys, when we will click on this save and send test request, that the details of the most recent task which we have created in this particular list in our ClickUp account, the details of that particular task will be received inside Pabbly Connect workflow. Now before doing this, let's create a task in this particular list. Just click on this task button, give this task a name, for example, YouTube integration. Then here we have to select the list, then we have to give an assignee. This is the assignee. Let's add the description as well. We have to integrate YouTube with Pabbly Connect. Then if you want, you can also add some attachments. So let's add a priority. For example, the priority is high, and let's set the date. For example, this task will start at 24th of January and add a time, for example, that is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. And it will, the due date is, for example, 26th of January, and that is 10 a.m. So this is the duration of the task. So from 24th of January to 26th of January. Okay, so this was the end date and this is the start date at time that is 10 a.m. Okay, it is done. So from 24th of January at 10 a.m. till 26th of January 10 a.m. This is the duration of this task. Now after adding this duration, let's add a label as well or tag as well, that is integration and other details. So in this page, just now we have created a random task, a dummy task in our ClickUp account. Click on this create task button and this task has been created. Now after creating this task, we will get back to Pabbly Connect and we will click on the save and send test request button. And as we click on the save and send test request button, here you can see that in response, we have received the details of the same task, the most recent, the most latest task which we have created in our ClickUp account. So here you can see the description, the content of the task. We have to integrate YouTube with Pabbly Connect. Same description which we have added in this particular task. Now after this, when we will scroll down, here you can see other details as well. Like we have the tag which we have added, that is integration. Then we will scroll down further and here you can see the start date and time of the task. Like we have added a start date and time to this task. This is it. And then here you can see the same start date and time. But this date and time we have received millisecond timestamp format. So in the next step, we will be converting this date and time from millisecond format to a pretty simpler readable format which we use in day-to-day life. Then here you can see the name of the project in which we have created this task. We can see the response of priority and also the color which we have added. Then we will scroll down further. You can see the name of the task which we have created. You can see the name of the list. We will scroll down further and here you can see the due date of the task as well. Then we can see the description and other details as well. So in this way, guys, you can see all the details of a new task which we have created are now received inside Pabbly Connect. This means the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully connected our ClickUp account with Pabbly Connect and received the details, the response of all the new tasks which we have created in ClickUp inside our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now after this, we have to move our next step. And in the next step, what we have to do, we have received the start date of the task and also the due date of the task in timestamp format. And in the next step, what we have to do, we have to convert this task date and due date from this millisecond timestamp format to a normal format. And to do so, we will just scroll down, come to our action window, and we are going to use a feature of Pabbly Connect that is called date time formatter. So search for date time formatter by Pabbly in the action step. After this, in action event from the drop-down, select format date with time zone as the action step. Just click on this connect. And then the first thing it asks us is the date. That what is the response, what is the date and time whose format and time zone we want to change. So basically first we want to change the format and time zone of this start date of the task. So this is it. So we are going to map the same response of start date over here. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and from the drop down from ClickUp responses, select the response of start date and it will be mapped over here. Now guys, we received this data, we received this response in timestamp format and the time zone is usually UTC time zone. And right now I'm in India and I want to create an event in Google Calendar according to my time zone. So that is why we are not just changing the format, we are also changing the time zone of this date and time. So after mapping the date, it is asking us from format, that is which format this date and time is present right now. And in the drop down, here you can see a long list of different formats over here. Out of all of this, we will be selecting timestamp and millisecond as the format. And in two format, guys, we have to select this first format because Google Calendar takes the date and time in a specific format. And this is the format in which Google Calendar requires the date and time to create an event. So we are going to select this format in two format over here. Then it is asking us from time zone. So as I told you, this timestamp response of ClickUp task duration or start date is in UTC time format. So here in the drop down, search for UTC. Just select it. And in two time zone, I want to change it to Asia Kolkata. So select Asia Kolkata over here. And then just click on save and send test request. Now, when we click on save and send test request, here you can see that in response, this date and time from timestamp millisecond format is been changed to simpler format. We have the 24th of January 2023 and the time is 10 a.m. The same date and time for which we have created the task in ClickUp. So guys, we have successfully converted the format and the time zone of start date and time. Now we have to actually follow the same process, copy the same process for due date of the task as well. So here we have received the response of due date. Here it is. And we have to follow the same process for it. So you just don't have to once again actually insert the action step. What you can do, just come to this action step of date time formatter. And here you can see the option of copy step. Just click on this copy step button and after that click on the paste step below button on the right side of it. And here we will see that the same step will be added in the next step as well. So we have copied the same step and pasted it below this. And then after pasting it, the step which we have pasted, the step 3, here we just have to change this date. Just remove the start date from this map date and from the ClickUp responses, map the due date over here. This is it. Just select and map it. And we are going to keep the rest of the things as it is and click on save and send test request. And in response of this step, you will see the due date which we have selected and the time is also received in response into a simpler format. Now this means guys, we have successfully converted the start date and end date of the task as well. Now what we have to do, we have to move to a final step in which we are going to send all of these details to Google Calendar and we are going to create a new event over there. For this, just scroll down, click on this add action step button. And here in choose app, search for Google Calendar. Just select it. And then in action event from the drop down, we are going to select the action event as create an event. Click on connect and select add new connection. So here guys, we have to connect our Google Calendar account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this sign in with Google button. Select your Google Calendar account in which you want to create the event. Scroll down and click on continue. And as we click on continue, we will see our Google Calendar account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the calendar. And in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the calendars which we have created in our Google Calendar account. So out of all of this, in this particular calendar, I want to create the new event. So I've selected this calendar. Then it is asking us title, that what will be the title of the new event which we are creating. So I want the title of the event should be the title of the task which we have created in our ClickUp account. So what we have to do, we have to basically map this response of name of the task from ClickUp as the event name over here in this title field. And as you all know, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and from the drop down from ClickUp responses, select the response of the name of the task, this is it, and map it over here. Follow the same process for description as well. So from this drop down, we are going to select the response of description and map it. We haven't entered the location, so let's ignore this field of location. And then it is asking us start date time and end date time of the event. Just click here. And by using date time formatter in the first time, we have received the start date and time into this particular format. So select this response over here. And the help text also says that we have to enter the date and time in this particular format. Then let's enter the end date and time. So by using date time formatter for second time, we have actually converted the due date into this particular format from ClickUp. Just select it and map it over here. Then it is asking us for the time zone. So the time zone will be Asia, Kolkata. Visibility is public, and because we don't have any guest in this particular task or event, so we can just ignore it for now. At last, it is asking us event recurrence rule. So in your Google Calendar account, you can actually create recurring events as well using the automation. But for that, you have to basically set up some rules. And by clicking on this link, you can actually create the event recurrence rule according to your requirement, how repetitive you want the event to be. And if you don't want to create a recurring event, you just want to create the one-time event, then you can actually copy this rule from help text over here and paste it over here. And we are going to do the same. We don't want the recurring event, we just want to create this event for once. And then just click on save and send test request button. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that using the details or the data which we have mapped over here, Basically, using the details of a new task which we have created in ClickUp, a new event is created in our Google Calendar account. So let's check it. We will go to our Google Calendar account. And yes guys, here you can see that just now a new event is created on our Google Calendar account. And here you can see this event starts at 10 a.m. on 24th of January and goes till 26th of January till 10 a.m. We have the same event name, YouTube integration, and the same description as well. Now this means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now every time a new task is created in ClickUp, automatically using the task details, a new event will be created in Google Calendar. So guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation once in real time. We will go to our ClickUp account, and here guys, we are going to create a new task. Just click on this task button. Let's give this task a name, for example, real time test. This is the task name. Let's add the description. We are just testing this automation in real time. Okay, so this is the description of the task. Let's create a duration as well. The priority is normal. The duration is, for example, the start date and time is this time 25th of January. And let's add a time as, for example, 1:30 p.m. And the due date is 28th of January. And the time is, just select the time, that is 4 p.m. and click on close. Now after adding all of these details, just click on this create task button. So just now we have created a new task in our ClickUp account, our ClickUp board. And we will see as we create this task, automatically within 10 minutes, a new event will be created with the same task details in Google Calendar. And it basically takes 10 minutes of time because the connection between Pabbly Connect and ClickUp is a polling based connection. This means every 10 minutes, Pabbly Connect will go to a ClickUp account and check that whether we have created a new task in last 10 minutes or not. And all the tasks which we have created in last 10 minutes, it will get the details of that task and this automation workflow will be triggered, it will start. And using those details, we are going to create an event automatically in Google Calendar. So let's wait for 10 minutes over here. Okay, so we have successfully waited for 10 minutes. Now guys, let's check our Google Calendar account. And yes guys, here you can see that a new event is created in our Google Calendar account. This event starts at 1:30 p.m. on 25th of January and the name of the event is real time test. And it will go till 28th of January over here. You can see the same name of the event and the same description as well which we have added. Now this means the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect, we have tested this automation and it is working absolutely fine. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down to your suggestion, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.